Hello, everyone. Very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Very happy to introduce Oculis. And actually, good news here is the IT works. Last time it didn't work. It was not OIS. They say that I have 3 kids, and so far I have three kids. I don't have more. So, happy to come back to OIS. This is our safe harbor statement. Oculis recently actually listed in NASDAQ in March, a portfolio company with multiple shot on goal with 2 platforms. I will be speaking about them, OCS-01 and OCS-02. So OCS-01 is the first eye drop which works in DME after 4 clinical trials which were done on this product. Many times I hear, yeah, eye drop, it's okay if it works less than an injectable. The most important is it works. No, this one works, and it works like an injectable, identical to an injectable. I will show you the data. OCS-02 is an antibody, is a TNF antibody in inflammation in dry eye and uveitis, and OCS-05 is a neuroprotective agent in an indication which is called acute optic neuritis, an ongoing trial. I will be focusing on O1 in DME and O2 in dry eye. So with O1, our aim is to address 2 unaddressed segments. The first is pre-invasive therapy. There is a market which is actually bigger than the current market, which is pre-invasive therapy. This is the first segment we believe with an eye drop, if it works, like an injectable, it will address this market. The aim is to treat early. The aim is not to wait patient to lose vision to reach a certain benefit risk, then we start to inject them. And the second segment is for patients who are not responding to potentially replace, but also, and perhaps importantly, to combine with anti-VEGF. So therefore, on one hand, treat early, on a second hand, customize and adapt the treatment to customize it to the need of the patient. So I'm going to share with you the data from stage 1. The phase 3 was divided in stage 1, stage 2. The stage 1 and stage 2 are exactly the same. The only difference is the readout timing. Stage 1 was week 6 and week 12. Stage 2 will be week 52. The endpoint are the typical endpoint, you know them, BCVA, responders, and CST. This is the first endpoint, BCVA, so more than 7 letters, 7.2 at week 6, 7.6 at week 12. If you go back to the BLAs of FDA and you see the data, this is identical to what you get with anti-VEGF at month 3, which is extremely encouraging, and extremely encouraging actually for the community and for the patient. If we go to responders, 25% of patients improve by more than 3 lines after week 6, and the number continue to increase incrementally at week 12. So extremely encouraging for an eye drop in DME. CST, while it is a biomarker for anti-VEGF, it shows a reduction of CST, which is correlated with what we see in terms of clinical and functional endpoint. In terms of safety, non-unexpected safety finding. None of the SAEs were deemed related to the study drug. No evidence of cataract. We did the lens clarity. We didn't see anything in the period, of course. Intraocular pressure was aligned with what we know with the literature toward actually the low range. I will show you the data below 3 millimeters regardless when it was measured. Now we are starting the stage 2, which is starting now, and we are looking forward to see the data. And conclusion for the first technology, which is really a technology which allows high concentration of product to penetrate into the back of the eye. Extremely pleased to see a result with the solid statistical significance on all endpoint, clinical, functional, and pharmacodynamic, and now very confident with the stage 2, which is starting now. And the aim, as I told you, the aim is really to address two segments. The first segment is pre-invasive, and the second segment in when patients are not responding. I personally know anti-VEGF. In fact, I launched the first one of them, Lucentis, in DME. These products are very good, but patients need something else which address patients who are not responding or patients who are early to get injections. I think the fact that we have a new mode of actions, a new route of administration, will help us actually to customize the treatment and treat better and deliver better endpoint for patients. The second technology is OCS-02 in dry eye and uveitis. I will be focusing on dry eye. No need to say it to this room. Dry eye is a big market. However, still super unsatisfied. Only 13% of patients are happy with their treatment and have a lasting relief after 12 months. We have an antibody, is a biologic, is a TNF. Our technology allows us to have only the active part of the antibody. This is important, and all ophthalmic experts know it's important because it allows us to have a high concentration of the product, and it allows us to have a good ocular tissue penetration. The biology is very solid. We know that it works. We know that TNF inhibitors work in inflammation. The fact that it's small enough allows us to have high concentration and good ocular tissue penetration. And furthermore, we have been able to identify a biomarker which helps us to identify hyperresponders. And I will show you the data. Product comes with a solid de-risking process already, 2 dry eye studies and 1 uveitis in dry eye symptoms and uveitis inflammation. I will show you dry eye. First, the product works fast. Statistical significance is achieved after day 14 with a good responder analysis. 30% of patients achieve more 20 points in a VAS score. The second trial also positive with a good responder curve. And when we went into the details and we tested 8 SNPs or genotypes, 4 related to Sjögren and 4 related to the TNF response, one of them related to the TNF response showed a very high correlation between the presence of this SNP and the response. We see it in what patients are telling us, but also the good news is actually the same patients who are saying, yes, we feel much better, are patients when we measure the mRNA expression of the cytokines are going down in their tear film, so the inflammation is going down. So what we are doing next, and we are starting now, is a phase 2B, which will be on all comers, but also we are going to stratify with patients who have this biomarker, and we will be comparing data with all comers and patients with this biomarker. Conclusion, novel anti-TNF for dry eye, a solid biology, positive phase 2 result in dry eye and uveitis, and looking forward to the upcoming milestones. Summary, potentially 3 first. First eye drop for DME, first biologic for dry eye, and first neuroprotective agent for AON and neuroretina. We were extremely pleased with the data we had this year with 2 phase 3s positive and looking forward for 4 milestones next year. Thank you very much.